I was very happy with the race. It felt much like Beijing in terms of like really leading from the start and the first sort of 800 metres ahead. But I think having only come back into the sport in February this year, I'm probably lacking a little bit of the fitness that I need for the last part of the race. So having led for 800 metres, I just got passed by Max Hoff from Germany at the end. But it was great to give him a hard race and to work so well. I think for me, I'm an older athlete. When I look down the start list and you see the year of birth, I'm about the only one in the 70s. But yeah, I think it's been a good break for me physically and mentally as well to have a break. And I did the same thing after Athens Olympics as well. I had 18 months where I had just a complete break, went back into my career as a doctor, and then came back into the sport and had the best 3 seasons I've ever had. And it looks like it's replicating the same now, having come back into it again after Beijing, back into the medals at the World Championships, and I'm very happy with where I am at the moment. I mean, definitely, I've raced so many people. There's a lot of people here who have now retired and gone into coaching who have been my competitors in the past. I mean, Canoe, who was Olympic champion in 2000, he's here with the Norwegian team, and so I raced him in Sydney in the Olympics. And so, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say for experience, and I think experience can make up a lot for what physically maybe my body's lacking at the minute in terms of training. I can make up for an experience in how I race. I mean, I've raced in. Now, this was, I think, my 9th Senior World Championships event, and so I've been around a long time. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get back into winter training again. It's a really hard block of training that we do over the winter time, so we'll have probably 2 or 3 weeks off now, and then start back in the gym, back on the water, back doing lots of resistance work and long paddles and a lot of tough training. And then obviously next year we'll have the World Cup events, Europeans, and then qualification for the Olympics will be at the World Championships next year. No, qualifications always be difficult. First of all, it's going to be qualification on a world stage, so it's going to be trying to qualify at the World Championships, but then that's qualifying a place for GB. After that, then there are quite a few actually talented young athletes that are coming through at the moment. Paul Wycherley is a fast athlete, Ben Farrell, those sort of guys are fast in the 1,000 metre in the single. So if they don't qualify, which I doubt will happen, I think they'll be very good and gain an Olympic spot. But say they weren't to qualify, then they would be contesting for the spot that I qualified. But yeah, there's plenty of people there in GB to keep me on my toes. Very much so. I mean, in terms of my speed, the fastest I need to be will be in the final of the Olympic Games in 2012. But in terms of the actual race, yeah, I need to work on the finish, and that's something that will come with time. And so, yeah, I missed a whole winter's worth of training, or 2 winters worth of training since Beijing. So over the next year, we train harder in the winter, and I'm pretty confident that by the time it comes to next year's World Cups and World Championships and Europeans, that I'll be right back up there again and have a strong finish. We're very lucky in the UK that we've got the National Lottery funding. For me, it's made a massive difference because it meant that I could afford to take time out from my career as a doctor to be a full-time athlete. And it's proven that my results have been better as a full-time athlete than when I was trying to work part-time and trying to compete and train and everything. So for us, for the support from the UK sport and the lottery funding, and then obviously now with some sponsors since Beijing, it means that I can be a full-time athlete. I can apply 100% of my effort into my training and into getting me to be the fastest and the best athlete I can be when I represent Great Britain. Yeah, I think certainly since Beijing it was kind of strange. The 18 months I had off went by very, very fast. So when I started back training, it felt like I'd never left the sport, and coming back into the World Cups felt like I never left. So it's all here, it's all up in my head, and yeah, I was nervous coming into the World Championships, first major race since the Olympics, but I'm very, very happy the way it's gone. I'm 100% on target for where I want to be in the build-up to London.